Hey everyone, Merric here. We're back in the wonderful world of Spellweaver with another Spellweaver Changes! The update that we've all been waiting for has finally dropped, and we're gonna check it out. So the first thing that you may notice is Spellweaver looks really differently. They've changed a lot of the UI elements, add some really cool decorations, I guess I would call it, to the side of the game board, and it's looking pretty damn nice. We've also got the friends list. I have no friends. Hey, if you want to play me and know when I'm online to send me challenges and whatnot, add me as a friend. I won't mind. It'll be a lot of fun, and we'll probably get good on my friend list soon. We also have the chat, which I have not tested out, because, again, I have no friends. So we'll check that out later. Now, the other thing that I noticed is we have a quick search function in the collection window. So if I wanted to see the Blood Witch Harpy, look at that. There she is. That is fantastic. That'll probably speed up most of my going, well, do I have this card or not searches, which is fantastic. I love that. I love these little changes, but that's really not why we are here. We're here to check out how the game has changed. Okay, so first, the icons for the skills of the new heroes have been added, so there should be new icons for those skills on the heroes. So let's see if we can see those. Not what I was looking for. Collection, show heroes. No, we can't see those outside of a match, so we'll take a look at that later. Okay. Now let's look at the card changes, because there have been supposedly a ton of card changes, and we're going to want to check that out. So the first one is Word of Power has been reworked, so let's find Word of Power using our handy-dandy new search box. For each hero gains an empty mana crystal for each of your Dominion levels, draw a card, which is interesting. Before, I believe Word of Power sucked out a crystal and gave you some extra boost and you drew a card. Now every hero gains a crystal, which is interesting. It boosts your opponent but gives you an extra card. I'm not sure how you would build a deck around that, but I'm pretty sure there's a way you could. Alright, Path to Transcendence has been changed. So Path to Transcendence now returns the creature onto the field if it is destroyed. It now costs 3, and its mechanics are tweaked. So instead, when it's destroyed, you may pay 1. If you do, return all cards under it onto the field under your control with an extra might emblem. They are swift this turn. So one of my methods for dealing with Path of Transcendence was to wait until somebody put something under it, something really valuable, and destroy that shit, and then they, of course, would lose both cards. Now, they can rescue the cards underneath Path of Transcendence, and the cards are swift, so they no longer have summoning sickness whenever they return to the field. I think that's a good change. It makes Path of Transcendence a much more viable card, especially when fighting against somebody with a lot of removals. So yeah, cool. I like that. Blood-Seeking Mutant has a change, so let's take a look at that one. Blood-Seeking Mutant. There we go. Once per turn, put a weakness emblem on a non-vampire creature. If you do, put a might emblem on Blood-Seeking Mutant. So what was the change? Now has 2 HP. Its effects triggers on the turn it is played, and now doesn't return it to your hand if there are no suitable targets. I like that change. I like the change that you don't get it back if there aren't any suitable targets, so I'm assuming it stays on the field. I like that you get to trigger its effect? That's what we'll call it. Its effect of putting the weakness emblem on a non-vampire creature when you summon it, so it makes it a little more viable to just plop that out. And it also makes it a little more susceptible to certain counters for 3/3 or 3 attack and up creatures. But it also protects it from the like Noxious Fumes or Assassinate. It makes it a much more valuable card, I think. So the next one is going to be Disarm. Disarm's effect now lasts until the end of the turn. So the attack of up to 2 creatures becomes 0 to the end of turn, as opposed to, I think, just until you attack, I believe is what it was. So they've changed the Flamebringer Shaman. I might not have that one. Hold on. Let's go that way. Hey, it's not showing up. I can't type for crap, but we can find it this way. Flamebringer Shaman. Here we go. Where are you? That's Disciple of Sash. Really? All cards. Huh. There's that one. There's that. I'm showing all cards, right? Yep. So I should see the ones I don't have. Alright, Flamebringer Shaman. Not showing up for some reason. Not sure what's going on with that. Well, anyways, the Flamebringer Shaman's had a change. Flamebringer Shaman's changed to... Oh, they renamed it! That's why. There we go. Offering Yard of Priest is its new name. It is now a 1/1 with a 2-speed creature and reads, Flamebringer Shaman has +1/+1 for each totem you control and each totem in your graveyard. Makes it a little bit more viable to play a shaman deck with totems, I think, because you now get boosts on one of your shamans from the totems you not only control on the field, but totems that may have been destroyed or run out of energy when you play the Offering Yard Priest, I guess is the new name. I don't know. We'll see if that makes it a little more viable. I think that they're trying to figure out how to make shaman play work, and I like that they're trying to do that, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Okay, so the next one is going to be one of our favorites. Let's close that. I don't know if it's one of our favorites. I just said that because it's funny, because it's just the Dust Titan. The Dust Titan has been reworked. It is now a 3/3 instead of a 1/1 with a 2 attack speed. The creature, it starts with 4 energy now, and it reads, at the start of your turn, +1 energy. Whenever it gains energy, put a Might Emblem on it. For 2 energy, shock an enemy creature, so it takes 2 energy to do that now. I believe it took 1 previously. Exhaust it, and it does it ready at the start of the next turn. I don't know if I like this change to it. I don't know. We'll have to see, because before, I think it was a better creature the way that it was before, but I might be mistaken. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this one. This one's going to be a different change for me, because I didn't really play Dust Titan a whole lot. I played Thunderstorm Titan a little bit more. I know Dust Titan used to be you could summon it with a whole bunch of energy and really beef it up and make it a big beefy guy, and now you really can't do that. So I don't know. It's more of a slow gain creature now, and I don't know if that's going to make it very viable or not. So we'll have to see. The next change is Spectral. Alright. Here we are. Alright, Spectral Alright now starts with 3 energy and respectively 3 attack. So it starts out as a 3/3 instead of, I believe, a 1/1 that it was before. Still gains the attack equal to its energy, so I think that's good. That's a minor change in my opinion. I think it's still a good creature, and it was before, and now it's just a slightly better creature starting out. I think it'll be played earlier in the game now than it used to be. Okay, and we're going to look at the last card change. I'm not sure if I have this one. I don't think I do. Show heroes. There we go. Yep. His skill cooldown has been reduced to 3. It used to be 4. So there you go. Now, every 3 turns, you can double chop. So, I don't have this card. I want this card. I want to try to play it to see if I can make a useful rage deck, because I haven't really played a rage deck that has done anything. But I don't have this one just yet, so we'll see if we can get that in the future. There have been some other changes. They tweaked button positions in the quest detail dialogue, so I guess we can look at that. Let's go check that out. Not noticing a lot of change there, so maybe it's when you accept the quest, which I don't have any pending to accept. Added some help text to the deck editor, which is going to be nice. They fixed leaderboard order after rating decay kicks in, so now ratings decay and the leaderboard reflects that. So if you don't maintain your rating by playing every other day or something like that, you start losing points, and then you start losing levels after you lose enough points. Once each your turn is now worded once per turn. I think that's a much clearer wording. Once each your turn is just, it's awkwardly worded, and I think once per turn is just a much clearer, more concise way to convey that. At the end of your turn is now worded at end of turn. Again, just a clarification change. And the server disconnects for inactivity are now 45 minutes. Not sure what it was before. I think it was much faster than that, but I may be mistaken. It may be longer. I'm usually not inactive for long periods of time on the server. So, I don't know. I was expecting a lot more balancing to go on. I was expecting a lot more card changes to occur to make the game a little bit more competitive, maybe to bring up some of the cards that have been just neglected because they are not viable with the current metagame. I would have liked to have seen some of the cards that have been, I don't know, just made useless because of the way that they synergize with everything else and all the decks that are being played right now, to be tweaked. They've done some of that. They've addressed some of the shaman play issues, and shaman play is basically junk, and this may help, but I'm not sure. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this was a good set of changes? Do you think that they've done enough to change the meta of the game, or do you feel like they could have done more? And if so, what do you think they need to change other than, hey, add more cards, because we really do need an infusion of cards to add to the life of the game? Unfortunately, I don't think they're at the point where they can add more cards, because they're still trying to balance the cards they have. An example of that, Good really thinks that Cataclysm has been made useless at 6 mana. He says that it's harder to drop a Cataclysm and recover from that because of the 6 mana, whereas if you had it at 5, you had an extra mana or 2 to drop Cataclysm and then put down some units and have some strength on the board. Whereas right now, if you look at the last game, he dropped Cataclysm, and right away on my turn I was able to come back like it had not even affected me. I don't know. I don't know if that is... I kind of think that's the intention. I kind of think the intention of Cataclysm is to wipe the board and give you a chance to survive another round. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Did you like the changes? Did they need to be more? Did they make a mistake? Let me know. Throw it in the comment section below. If you liked this, click the like button. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, click that good old subscribe button, and YouTube will let you know when I get fresh content out. All that being said, I'll see you awesome people next time that we need. Which is nice, because now we can just get down to business without having to do a whole bunch of silliness. Alright, let's take Devious Plot out. Let's take Hermelion out. And let's go ahead and test out the next thing. So the next thing is creating a new deck and clicking back